Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play podcast, your daily dose of strategies, insights, and action steps to grow your business and build your freedom. It's time to stop playing small and start making power plays.
All righty. Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play podcast, and I am your host and the speaker for today, Valerie Walton. Really excited to be on with you guys because if you're new, if you don't know much about us, my husband and I have been at the online business space for many years at this point, and even before that, I was an entrepreneur offline as well. We have been able to scale to 5 figures a month in a very short period of time. And we've been able to do that with multiple different streams, different ways to be able to do it. And that's been through network marketing, affiliate marketing, creating our own digital products, and creating our own digital services. And so today I wanted to talk about that. In a previous podcast, I talked about the difference between network marketing and affiliate marketing and which one's better, who wins out in that drag out fight. So this week, I'm back to talk about the other two, the digital products versus the digital services. Which one is better? Which one wins for you? So we're going to dive into that. So I have a few notes, but for the most part, I'm definitely speaking from experience here. I'm actually going to start with digital services, although I normally list that last. But this is something really important to talk about, so I want to get this in now. When it comes to that, excuse me. When it comes to that, I think a lot of people don't realize that you can create a really amazing service, and it can even be high ticket services that you can offer to people right now based on what you already know. I think a lot of people think they need to become coaches, right? And do all of these different things, but there's so much more that you can do with digital services. It's just ridiculous. You could be a consultant, an educator. You don't necessarily have to teach all the time. So I think that's one thing that's going to be really important there. So if you are someone who has gone to some kind of higher level of education than just high school, right? So if you went to a trade school, if you got a few years of college in, and you still carry that with you, you still hold that knowledge. If you went and got yourself a certification in something, well, or if you got a college degree, we have to ask ourselves something. What was the purpose of that? What did we go to school for? Why? Well, the reason is because we wanted to be able to earn more, right? We were all taught that the more that you, the more skills that you build, right? The higher level of skills that you have, the higher level of income that you're going to be able to bring home to yourself and your family, right? How's that working out for most people? Still overworked and underpaid. But you can flip the script if you decide to create your own services, and doing it digitally will help you because you don't have to go door to door. You ain't got to burn up no gas, child. You ain't got to, commute nowhere. You can just hop online and speak to literally anybody in the world who has internet and who needs you, right? I cannot tell you how many people I've come across where if it wasn't for the internet, I would have never met them people. We were in totally different circles, but they were looking for something that I was able to provide for them. And they were able to find me through the internet. Okay. So for example, let's say you are a teacher. Child, y'all be working hard. And I'm like, y'all need more money. Y'all need to get paid more money. Because I've seen some of them children's. I used to I used to volunteer at my kids' school before I started homeschooling them. They were going to public school, and I would go and volunteer quite often, at least once a week. And I've seen what these teachers had to go through jail. Okay. It's crazy. Now, what if you took that very education degree that you have, right? And you decided to actually start getting paid what you're worth by now creating your own digital service of perhaps consulting other teachers or helping them prepare to take certain exams, or on the flip side, continuing to help the student side of it and not necessarily the teacher side of it. You do either one. You could do both, right? So if you were helping the students, you could be an online tutor, and you don't have to go through other platforms to do it. You could create an entire brand around who you are and what you do. It's obvious you're an educator. It's obvious you're a credible one because you've been to school for it and you got the degree to prove it, right? So we go out here and we get these degrees, we get these certifications, and then we feel stuck that the only way to earn money with that degree is the traditional way that we get told. And that ain't true. I'm here to bust that bubble right here, right now, today. You don't have to do that. Okay. So, some other really great things. So I think I covered, it's best for people who are not only like well educated in something and like certified in something, you're credible with what you do, but it's also at times it could be a faster way for you to earn cash because one, you already have the credibility, two, you know what you're doing, and three, it's easier for you to have people start to follow you and trust you because of that, right? You have more of an authority, so you can make faster cash. Definitely great for high ticket income, and it can be fun for you because if you're looking to, if you enjoy working with clients directly, digital services can be great for that. But if you do coaching or consulting, you don't necessarily have to work with folks directly. We have a coaching program where some of the packages in the program don't even require us to work with the clients directly, and yet it's high ticket and popular. Okay. Um, so yeah, like I said, I really want to drive home the point that you can actually charge premium pricing online. So depending on the skill, you can easily charge anywhere from 500 to 5,000 or more very quickly. I think it's only fair that you earn that money back that you went into debt with those student loans for, and you could pay them off like you had envisioned. I think a lot of us think, you get out of school at 18, 17, 18, depending on, what month you were born. So you get out of school 17, 18, you're a kid still, basically. You ain't got no money. And yet you got these colleges telling you, well, you're gonna need a higher education. And you're like, yeah, but I'm broke. I'm a kid. So they're like, oh, that's cool. We got something for you. Right. And they're like, hey, just get these loans. Because see, if you gain that higher education, you'll have the skills to be able to get paid more money so that you can pay these loans off, fairly quickly. And then when you look around, you can clearly see that's a lie. Because when you look around, you can see people our age, y'all, folks in our 40s, 50s, they're still paying off their student loans. So there's something wrong here. Something didn't quite work out the way that you were promised. But you don't have to stay stuck in that system of doing things. If you're just willing to have just a sprinkling, inkling of courage to step outside of the normal, step outside of the box, and start becoming creative with all the amazing skills and talents and abilities that you have, you can start getting paid very handsomely for that. Right. I also love the fact that we don't have to work so hard anymore. That industrial revolution stuff, child, ain't nobody got to lose no limbs no more to be able to make some money. Do you get what I'm saying? Because your clients will now be paying for your brain. Mind over matter, right? Brains over brawn. You don't have to work yourself to death physically, mentally, or emotionally at that. You can now start getting paid for your brain and all of that knowledge that you work so hard to acquire. Mm. It's awesome. It's great for relationship builders. It's perfect if you have a skill that you can apply immediately. Like I said, even if it's not so much a degree in something, but if you have the skill of writing, design, video editing, automation, hello, there is money waiting on you at the door. The money's like, where they at? I just needed them to take that step. I was going to meet them. The income is less passive, though, I will say. And you also have to make sure you have some very strong boundaries. You've got to know how to manage your clients, or else you're going to burn out fast. And when I say the income is less passive, I'm saying compared to products, and we'll get to that in a second. And I'm also saying it because it will require some of your time, energy, and of course, communication. If you happen to do like some kind of online coaching or consulting, you would have to meet with folks. So you have to be organized with your schedule. You have to find ways to de stress after, all of that stuff is important. Okay, so now let's talk about the digital products, Jay. I'm talking things like ebooks, templates, courses, printables, all kinds of stuff like that. This is really good for people who want passive-ish type of income. You want the ability to scale and you want time freedom. So the digital products come in handy because if you have to, like, let's say you started your consulting business, well, you got to physically show up for that. So you're not getting that passive freedom. But I feel, I know in my case, and I've seen with other coaching clients that we've had, that there's a payoff though, because although you may not have the passivity, you trade that in for the ability to have higher ticket sales. So it's okay, right? You got somebody who's paying you $5,000 and you meet with them for a few weeks, once a week. It kind of pays off, you know. So you have things like that. Um, what else can I say about the products? Um, yeah, so with products, you're definitely more passive because if you make a digital product, you can have a limitless supply of inventory, right? Because it's virtual, it's digital inventory. And then you'll be able to set up your funnel, right? Do your payment process and all of that, and you don't have to be there. It can all be passive. Now, one important thing to remember though is you have to be able to build a customer base. Client and customer acquisition is going to be really important for you to focus on. The products will come off the shelves. I don't want to say sell themselves, but y'all know what I mean, right? I'm not saying that you ain't got to do nothing and you just gonna have money fall in your lap. But I am saying that the more you nurture your audience and you convert from cold to warm to hot, right? People will go ahead and buy, right? You have clear communication, a clear message, clear instructions on what they need to do in order to take action and get access to those products. You're good to go. Okay. You would even be able to pre-sell your products if you like, right? So you know how this time of year, Apple and Android, they ready with y'all. They ready with them phones. Hey, the next version, I don't even know what number we on with these phones, child, but it's coming. But if you pay us right now, you can get it for less than when we release it physically to the public, right? So you can save yourself a few $100s by pre-ordering, right? The phones these days are around $1,000, right? The best, latest, they're $1,000 or more. So for you to be able to get a few $100s off, that's really good. You can also do that. Take a page from their book. Take a page from Apple. Take a page from the Android, right? Or from what is it? I don't know. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. Do that. Do that because I did. And when I did, I made about $1,300 in around an hour. And I hadn't even made the product yet. All I had so far was the concept, right? And I had the outline, but I hadn't actually gone and created the product. It was a course I pre-sold, right? So once it was available and I released it, the folks that did the pre-order were really excited because they were able to get it for less than everyone else. That exclusivity, right? That VIP treatment is how they felt about that. So that's really, really good. You want to do that. So this is something I love. Okay. You create it once and it can sell forever. Forever. I cannot tell you the times where it don't feel so fun creating things, whether it's like an ebook, a journal, or if it's like a whole membership. Sometimes it ain't feeling too good. You like, child, I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. I'm ready to go. Hello, taxi, right? But when you stop to think about it, and you just ask yourself, hey, listen, you can do this. What? Come on, just work a little bit more. Just finish one next step. Then you can finally see your way to finishing it. And then you realize, oh my gosh, I might have put in all of that work up front, but I'm getting paid for it over and over and over and over again. And I only had to put it together once. So it's definitely worth it, because that don't happen at a job, right? Your boss tells you, hey, here's an assignment I have for you. Go do it. You get paid for that, right? That week of coming into work, or that project, and possibly get a bonus or something like that. But you won't keep getting paid for it for the rest of your life. And this is also one of the great things about uh, what do I want to call it? Content creation. This is great with content creation too, because if you're on a place like, let's say, YouTube, you're creating that content once, but it's up there and searchable forever. So there are videos that you may have created 3 years ago that you're still getting paid off of, because in your description box, you had a call to action for people to grab your ebook or your membership or your course or your principal, and it keeps paying you. On top of that, if you're a monetized channel, you only had to create your channel once. But once you hit the eligibility requirements, you're getting paid every single month. I just watched this one young lady. She's probably around my own daughter's age, if I'm not mistaken. And she went from being a sixth grade school teacher to working online. And she works online. She has several streams of income. She also likes to invest her money. So this is a really smart girl. Love her. Okay. But she also has her channel. And there were a few months that she didn't post any videos on her channel, and she was still getting paid like around 600-700 bucks that month. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's some bills that can get paid for you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be, I'm going to make $10 million online. Like, stop with that. Okay. Everybody ain't even looking to be no millionaire. Can we just live? Like, I would like to think most of us just want to live. We just want to be able to feel comfortable, be able to do the things we want to do when we want to do them. If we want to hop on a flight and go somewhere, that might be nice. If we want to just have the peace of mind of knowing our light bill is paid 2 or 3 months in advance, maybe that's what you want. And that can definitely be done with digital products if you're looking for that kind of passivity, that residual income, right? If Beyonce can sing a song once that she sang in the studio one time, uh 20 years ago, and she's still getting paid every time we going, hey, you can do that too. It doesn't have to be the Beyoncés of the world. It doesn't have to be entertainers and athletes. Like, you guys, when you think about like song royalties, that's passive income. That's that doing it once and getting paid over and over again for it. You have the ability to do that these days. This is not exclusive to a certain group of people. This might be made for you to hear right now. Now, like I said, this is also highly scalable. You can't scale yourself because you can't clone yourself, regardless of what some people think. I'm not going there on this video, but this is scalable because you can have one product that you've made one time, and it can be sold to 10 people or 10,000 people without any extra work from you. I love doing digital products and services, jail. I just love it. There's a lower cost of delivery, right? No meetings, no client calls, no custom work. This is also perfect for introverts, perfect for busy moms and stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads, right? Perfect for you guys, if especially if you're not the type that wants to be constantly interacting with people. Child, this is for you, because I know that there's something that you know, or something that you've learned or had an epiphany and that light bulb moment about, that you could probably briefly talk about and then sell that. The days of working in the steel mill as the norm is fading. Things are progressing with technology. Things are progressing with life. Things are progressing with income. The ways that you can make income now is not that same old traditional go to college, get a job, compete with other people to get that job, and compete with other people to then get the promotion and show that you're worthy of the promotion. You now get to show your worth to the world and let the world decide. It feels so good to go from having one person or one company that you have to count on to give you your check to thousands of people writing you a check every day. Because if you lose one or two of them, or somebody gets upset with you, wants to fire you, okay. Right? If you had a 10,000 customer list and one of them or five of them or 100 of them were like, I don't really like Val anymore. Okay, bye. Because I still got 9,900 more people left that are still paying me money. I now no longer have to think about, oh Lord, how am I going to pay my bills? Oh, do I got to go to the food bank? You don't have to think about those things versus with a job, one check, two jobs, two checks. Let's face it, we can't live off that these days. Now with the crappy salaries that a lot of people are getting paid, that ain't gonna work. Not even with two jobs, sometimes not even with three. So what if you just made the shift out of that quadrant of the cash flow quadrant and shift over into another one and scale? And it's just a matter of thinking about it and then making a decision. You don't have to go back to school for this. You have plenty of things that you're knowledgeable on right here, right now. Maybe you're somebody that Thanksgiving's coming up, right? And everybody loves your pineapple upside down cake or something, child. Why don't you create a recipe, sell it? It could even be low ticket. Let's think about that. If it's low ticket and you're selling it for like $7 and you got a 10,000 customer list, you just made $70,000 from one recipe, no extra work. And all you had to do was be yourself. You had to impress nobody for no damn interview, child. You ain't got to do all of that no more. So yes, you could turn your hobbies into a business, but you cannot treat your business like a hobby. Okay. This is also a great option if you get drained. Again, introverts mainly, but if you're drained or exhausted emotionally from interacting with a lot of clients, or if you just want more control over your schedule. Now, this requires, like I said, is strong marketing up front. So you have to build that customer base up. But once you've done it, right, it feels like hard work when you start off, then you start getting into a groove. And then once you've created a large enough customer base to at least replace the income you bring in now, smooth sailing because it's going to continue to grow. And then as it continues to grow, then you start surpassing what your income used to be. And then you start seeing things beyond what you ever could have imagined if you're just willing to not give up on it, keep growing. This is also amazing for people who love to teach or organize info or create beautiful resources. If you have that creative, mindset or a creative flair, this will be great for you too. Because now you can pour that creativity into creating a beautiful product that people will be excited to buy just off the aesthetics. They haven't even opened it up yet. Also, you can build up multiple products if you like, so that you can then diversify your income quickly. Hello, people. So, which one's better? Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Digital products would be the winner for you if you wanted to build more passive income streams. You want to work less hours and make more sales. You love creating, teaching, or organizing information. You don't want to depend on clients for income, or you want to build a brand that grows for long term. Great for that. Digital services are better for you if you need money now, not later. That way you don't have to sit there and try to create something. You can just let people know, hey, I'm starting a consulting business. I'm getting my website and stuff built, but I can take clients right now. You do that, right? So if you need money now, not later, if you already have a skill that people want, right? Or want to draw from in some way. If you like working directly with people, right? You love helping people. This is great for the yellow personalities, the red personalities, the blues, right? If you like working directly, oh, I said that. If you like working directly with people, and if you want to charge high ticket quickly because you're already credible with the thing it is that you're offering, this will be a faster way to do it instead of having to like earn your way into people's hearts that kind of already know you do it, right? Um, I'll give you an example. So like for me, I still am a senior cosmetologist, even though I haven't practiced cosmetology in years. Now, if I wanted to train other cosmetology students and almost have like a virtual apprenticeship, I could do that online. I could do that one-on-one. I could do that in a group, and I could charge high ticket if I wanted to, because I would be able to show them things that stem from my specialty that do not get taught in the traditional cosmetology schools. So for the folks that want to specialize in trichology and or chemistry, I'd be perfect for them. They wouldn't learn it inside of their schools. It just doesn't get taught. They would have had to go and do some continuing education outside of school anyway. Why not do it virtually online with me? Boom. Right. So you could do stuff like that. If you wanted faster proof of concept before you start creating the products, then interacting and working with people would probably be better. So here's the sweet spot. Here's the sweet spot, because this is what we teach inside the Profitpreneur as well. You can start off with a service. I hope you're taking notes on this. Chad, this is good stuff. Start with a service, transition into digital products, and then you can start automating both of them. Told you. This way, this gives you fast income from the services, scalable income from the products, long-term stability from both of them, and a full ecosystem that you can build a business from. We also have inside the Profitpreneur certain packages where we would do all of this for you. If you let us know, hey, this is my skill set, or this is my expertise, or this is what I know, what I've trained for, then we would be able to take your skills, create a concept with you, and then build it all out. And you would let us know, do you want to create some kind of service or some kind of product? And we'll put it all together for you, including the funnels and all. So the only thing that you would need to focus on is the customer acquisition. Everything else will be done. Good stuff, right? Hey, hey. What's going on, Jeff? Great to see you. All right. So I definitely went over time. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Drop it in the chat. Watch this one, two, few times. Okay. Watch it several times. Bookmark this, share it, save it. If you are, listen, it's the holiday season. We are in the holidays at this point, and there are some folks that are struggling right now. If you have seen that, and you know, like this person that you're watching kind of going through it, you know that they have certain skills, or you know there's certain things that you admire about them that they know how to do that you don't, share this video with them, because maybe it'll click for them. Oh my gosh, I can create something of my own. I don't have to depend on somebody telling me what I'm worth through the numbers they write for my salary. I now get to decide for myself, because now would be a great time to transition into that and evolve into that. Okay. So I don't want to see anybody feeling like they need to suffer these days, because it is so, yeah, I'm going to say it. It's easy. It's so much easier today than it was 30 or 40 years ago before the internet to be able to earn a living with this. And that's what we've done. So we love helping and showing people how to do the same thing. All right. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead, take a look inside the description box. You'll see that you can get yourself a 14-day free. Is it free now? $7. You can get yourself a 14-day trial into the Profitpreneur. Test us out. See if we know what we talk about, because we do. And then you'll be able to stick around with us and be able to learn and to grow, and also get our support and have access to an amazing community as well. Okay. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you again. Same time, same channel, right back here tomorrow. Bye, guys.